like, comment, and subscribe to the fucking GTV Network. Yo, my bad for swearing still. I should have been. I don't know why I did that, but yeah. So today we're talking about what's going on here with the content creators, the What's the Dirt, the Anthony Fantano, the Jeremy Hetch. I don't know what's going on, but yo, these guys, they don't seem to see eye to eye. They're beefing. So we got the pro Kendrick side fighting with the pro Drake side. Man, let's get to the bottom of this without any further ado, man. Let's get right into it still. So boom, it all started, well, it didn't all start there, but What's the Dirt? One of the biggest guys on YouTube right now, especially when it comes to hip hop. I guess he reacted to Anthony Fantano's album review. And obviously, this guy, Fentanyl, is not going to say anything good about Drake. But let's check out what What's the Dirt got to say about Fentanyl.
I hate this dude. Like, I don't just hate this dude. I hate all of these dudes. They all suck, bro. Like, this guy's a loser. Like, and also what's crazy, he gives Drake a light too, right? And he's just doing it. There's no way anyone who knows anything about music, production, and he's only doing it just because he knows it'll get a rise out of people. Everyone's waiting to hear Fantano's.
That's facts. Fentanyl knows for him to really make views, he's gonna have to be controversial. He's gonna have, you need the Drake fans to react to your shit. You need the Drake fan engagement because the K-bots, they're not paying.
Review of Drake, but I gotta ask you guys a question. Are you really gonna take the advice of a dude on hip-hop when they grew up looking like this? This is a photo of this dude as a teenager or as a preteen, whatever it is.
Yeah, this guy looks like a school shooter or something.
Did this guy look like he's into hip-hop? This dude looks like a school shooter, bro. This dude looks like one of those Columbine kids. You know, the fact that there's like a 20-minute collage of this guy saying the N-word with the hard ER is actually kind of adding up. It's actually kind of adding up.
Yeah, so there's clips of Anthony Fantano saying some very questionable stuff. To his defense, he has taken accountability for all this shit. He was very sorry. But my problem is, when that thing happened, all the big YouTubers, all the guys who are protecting the culture, the Screwface Jean, the Curtis Yings, what's the other guy? The company dude. None of these guys really called him out, and they basically glazed them. Let's be honest, they just glazed them. All right. If it was What's the Dirt saying all of this, trust me, they would have went on a smear campaign, nonstop. But since it's Anthony Fantano, they kind of let him slide for that one.
Really, what people need to pay attention to is how freely he was saying the N-word. It just seemed to roll off the tongue for him. It was very natural.
Supernatural.
Which more than likely means this was a word he probably heard growing up in the house, right? I would say there's a 99% chance he heard it in his home. His parents probably still use it, more than likely. This is like a cosplay for him. Total cosplay. This guy doesn't love hip-hop. He starts his YouTube channel reviewing Slipknot, MGMT. Where's the hip-hop? Where's the hip-hop? Deftones, Iggy and the Stooges, the Black Keys.
You know what Anthony Fantano reminds me of? He reminds me of that, that white artist who gets into hip-hop just because it was easy for them to get into hip-hop, and then like it's clear that this guy, man, he wasn't. That's not his passion. That's not his true passion. That's why he has to do this rage baiting stuff right now. Yo, I want to give a big shout out to John Crow, Jonathan Thompson. Man, was popping, my dogs.
Where's the hip hop? Why didn't he cover any hip hop for the first year of his channel? For the first year of his channel, he covered no hip hop. Arcade Fire. When am I gonna see some hip hop here, bro? Basically, for the first 2 years of this guy's channel, he might have covered like 3 or 4 hip hop artists out of like hundreds of videos. But what more do you expect? Like, are you channel?
Because look at the views. When he was covering that other stuff, 40K, 20K, 7K. Oh, Kanye West, 1.8 million. So he has to cover hip hop now. He's getting the views.
Might have covered like 3 or 4 hip hop artists out of like hundreds of videos.
Views.
But what more do you expect? Like, are you really that shocked that this guy that you're looking at right here, as a kid, has a 20-minute collage of him saying the N-word? He pandered to you idiots and you bought it. Eventually, this dude stumbles upon hip hop. But no, he's not a culture vulture because he tells us that Kendrick is amazing and he hates Drake. Want to see a picture of me when I was a kid? Because here it is. I'm around the same age as him. Do I not look like a kid who loves hip hop at a very young age? This dude is 100% racist and hiding it. I'm telling you right now, and you fools are falling for it.
Yeah. Yo, why did Broski get permanently banned? Oh, this guy got banned from Fentanyl. Fentanyl's Reddit. But yeah. What's the dirt, man? Yeah, he's been going after Fentanyl, and people are using this. Like, I remember people were like, yo, I remember seeing this shit. I was like, who the fuck is, like, that was back in the days. I was like, I wasn't even making content. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is like, this? Why are people going after a man for just because he pointed out that, like, what's dirt? Pointed out that Drake said the N-word 37 times. And people were like, oh my God, this is racist, or like, this is weird. They called him weird for that. Yo, y'all let me know in the chat. What's more weird? Fentanyl saying the N-word, like having a whole collage.
Seriously listen to D-Block because they're...
Of him saying the N-word, him disrespecting hip-hop back in the days, or like, y'all let me know what's more weird. Like, Let me see if I can have this. Well, y'all let me know what's more weird. Anthony Fantano saying the N-word a gajillion time comfortably, and the culture didn't do nothing about it, right? The culture just let it slide. The Screwface Jean, the Curtis Kings, the Company Man.
Alex is a nigger thing.
Real nibbas do stuff.
Who infamously called Ian a nigger faggot. Harvey Weinstein. What's your opinion on Mike Dean producing the new Nick Gurr album? I'm not even a really big Nick Gurr guy. Nigger thing. Alex is a...
So yeah, he has a whole compilation. I kind of made a joke here saying that Chud the Builder is his cousin. He's not his cousin, but they might as well be, right? So yeah, y'all let me know what's more weird. That the Company Man and all these content creators were making fun of What's the Dirt, was disrespecting What's the Dirt just because he pointed out that Drake said the N-word 37 times. Like, people looked at it weird. They're like, oh my God, What's the Dirt went over the lyrics and like counted each time. He's weird.
This was the funniest thing I ever saw in reference to people breaking down shit in my life. Genuinely, like, hands down, this is probably the funniest thing I'll ever see in my life.
And what's also really clever here is that Drake is 37 years old, and he says the N-word 37 times on this track. And I believe his reasons for doing this is he's basically saying the word for every year that he's been alive to symbolize that he was indeed born black. And what's also really clever here is that Drake is 37 years old, and he says the N-word 37 times on this track. And I believe his reasons for doing this is he's basically saying the word for every year that he's been alive to symbolize that he was indeed born black.
Bro, okay, so joke aside, right? That's the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. And that's some shit that you can only get from a white hip-hop fan.
Crazy reach.
So yeah, this it's a crazy reach, crazy this. What's the Dirt is weird. But this is the same fans who are saying that Drake is not black. Drake is not part of the culture. Drake is this, Drake is that. I've seen this. I looked at it. I was just like, okay, what the hell? Okay, like, so what? Like, I didn't look at it like, oh, this white guy from hip hop is trying to reach. Like, bro, man's have that proves that this guy's really doing his work, doing his homework. I want to give a big shout out to Clover5. He says here, let's be real. My skin is white. When hanging with my boy Nigerian to Guyanese, we all use it in our group. Not the hard R, fam. Like I said, man, yo, you're in your group. Whatever's acceptable, you do you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going out like Chud the Builder. You're not going out of your way to put down other people with that word. Drake is going to Mars. First billion trillion gazillion stacks. I was told from an English teacher I'm black in bloodlines. LOL. All humans are weird still. Shout out Ojon Crow, bro. We need to find a way to get Ojon Crow to like human beings more. Y'all need to help my boy here, man. But yeah, so people are going after him for saying this, and they're still doing that, right? To me, bro, I don't know. Men are going after what's the dirt, but y'all leaving an Anthony Fantano. So Anthony Fantano, this is what started all of this. Is from this reaction. So this is him reacting to this part of Drake's track.
White kids are listening to you out of guilt? Why are white kids listening to Drake? If white people are listening to other rappers out of guilt.
So this is what started all of this. He got butthurt off that one line and gave a bad review. Yo, fam, is this for real? I can't lie. This is low-key wild still. I ain't gonna lie. This is wild. But yeah. In less than 24 hours, Anthony Fantano has been exposed laughing at Trayvon Martin's death with his alternative right-wing buddies caught saying the N-word with a hard R on video and deleting videos from last night where he hinted Drake was a PDF. This is what happens when white men pretend to be part of the culture. Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm tired of like these people who's trying to gatekeep the culture. I'm low-key tired of this stuff. Yo, big up Youngstar Mills. What's popping? Shout out Youngstar Mills, man. Make sure y'all tap into the Pop the Balloon we just did. Crazy one. Drake is what I got. Wu-Tang to Nas fall off long time ago, but we'll be rapping till 60. Facts. But yeah, I'm tired of the people trying to gatekeep the culture, trying to say, oh, you can't come in, you're not like us, you're this and that. There's another thing I be hearing. Oh man, you're African. You're African, so you don't understand. You're not part of the culture. Like this is American hip hop. Nah. You're African. So this is What's the Dirt explaining why these guys were hating on Kendrick, for the past hating on Drake for the past 2 years. These K-bots, these Kendrick Glazers, this is why they can't give no good review or even say anything remotely positive about Iceman. Okay?
But none of those guys are going to say anything good about Drake, right? He could drop Illmatic right now because they can't. Those like pro Kendrick creators and like the pro Kendrick media people, they can't say anything good about Drake or the project. You know what? You want to know why? Because for the last 2 years, these people lived in like a fantasy land. Like they genuinely thought hip hop was going to turn into like the
dot era.
Talib Kweli monolith. You can't forget that they were pushing this narrative that hip hop had went through this gigantic shift and this type of music is being fizzled out and it's going back to the roots.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest to you guys. Yo, GNX is not all that. GNS GNX, overrated album. There, bro. Overrated album. Overrated album to me personally.
So why would they ever say anything good about Drake when you know damn well they were praying for him to fail? Because Drake succeeding proves that their narrative was bullshit and insane the whole time. And look, anyone with common sense knew that. So don't listen to any of those dudes because they can't admit when Drake does something great. They can't admit anything positive about the project.
Facts. So they're literally born to hate freaking Drake. I want to talk about Screwface Jean. So Screwface Jean, right? He's the guy that went off saying, "Oh my God, Drake is going after freedom of speech." You see, look. Okay, we're gonna see. Like, this is what I'm saying. So this is what's the Dirt talking about Anthony Fantano. So he wants to bring up the fact that What's the Dirt was counting the amount of N-words, okay, that Drake said in his diss track. And he's saying with a hard R. Like, you see this? Like, these guys are killing me right now. This is the same white Canadian who was counting N-words in rap songs and thought a black man didn't sound black enough because he didn't say N-word, by the way. Okay, good job twisting this. This is not what he said, right? He was literally pointing out the fact that Drake said it 37 times and he's 37 years old. What a coincidence. Could it be a reach? Maybe. Is it a crazy reach? No. You guys are literally the same people saying that Drake is not black enough. So let's go through the Anthony Fantano N-word stuff, because Screwface Jean, he all these guys stay silent.
It'll mean the end of my YouTube career for
The whole Alex is a nigger thing. Nicholas is fucking retard.
cornball staircase. It's like
We're not gonna watch this full. This is like 8 minutes.
meat eater pussy and like a staircase is just a story.
Sexist comment about women who aren't vegan.
It's trash.
And whatever happens after that, the animal doesn't know any better.
Hillary Clinton's been talked about in the media is so gendered and rapidly.
Quality has me leaning towards her. The fact of the matter is, she has a uterus, and that's gonna come in handy when it comes time to run this country.
Yeah, this is the guy that they're defending.
Uteruses make you jump faster, run higher, and think gooder.
She worked her whole life for it. I'm with her still.
Because it's Germany 1984 all over.
Trump, baby.
Because we literally just elected literally Hitler as the president of the entire States of America. But America with 3 Ks because it's Germany 1984 all over again. When it's supposed to be the current year.
Who was offended by my last video?
Extreme.
Yeah, so that's 8 minutes of fuckery here. We're not gonna go after that, okay? Let's see this. Thank God I'm from Nigeria. I know exactly where and who my ancestors are, and my last name is mine, not some slave masters. There's something beyond valuable about knowing where you come from. I suggest you do your research. So he's basically going after the black Americans. So yeah, there's also another. There's so many tweets of this guy going after Drake. So I think there's a TMZ tweet about Drake's father. Okay, so Drake talk about how his father has cancer, right? So I guess someone pulled up, TMZ employee pulled up on Drake's father, and they asked him like, "Yo, are you good? Like, what's going on with the cancer?" And he says, "That was a while ago. I don't have that anymore." Drake's father doesn't have cancer anymore. Not like he never had it. He beat it. So some people were saying, oh my God, Drake is lying. He's lying. He's lying. Where is it? Okay, I can't lie. It's probably because of see, like this page said, Drake revealed that his father is currently battling cancer in a new track. My dad got cancer right now. We're battling stages. Again, you don't know when that track, when that bar was recorded. Okay. Drake's father. Let me see if I can find that clip. A lot of people were using this. See right here. TMZ gets community noted after lying about Drake's dad not having cancer. So this is how they titled it, okay? Drake's dad says he doesn't have cancer despite the claim on Iceman album. Okay? Now let's listen to what actually happened.
What's going on, Dennis? Got it, man. First of all, I want to say hi to you, and I'm concerned. You know, I want to give you a hug. You know, you're like family a long time. So, too much noise there, though. So, I was listening to the lyrics, Iceman, and Drake reveals that you are battling cancer. No, that was a while back. A while back?
Yeah. No, that was a while back. So, he beat it. He used to have it. Why does the title say Drake's dad says he doesn't have cancer despite the Iceman claim?
I'm okay now. You okay now? You know, I was concerned, you know, all the time. So much respect and love for you. Brother. And, you know, good to see you. So, healthy-wise, how you doing now? I'm wonderful. You wonderful? Absolutely. You know, did you read about the love fans are sending you? Yes. After listening to the my phone's been going off all night. Oh, really? Then, you know, like, it's good to see you always. You too, brother. Always. Guillermo, you've been my friend for a long time. And will always be my friend. So, any message to your fans?
So yeah, TMZ got the community note. Okay, so I guess this is the bars. I don't want to play too much, but
things that I'd rather be facing. Yo, to Drake's dad. Holy shit. I did not know Drake was going through that with his pops.
Okay, so it's like he still went through that. And it actually happened. But a lot of clip pages, you're gonna see it, a lot of clip pages were trying to push a narrative that Drake lied. Drake was lying. Drake is capping. Drake is a liar. He's trying to gain sympathy. Drake lies about cancer. Like, why would Drake need to lie about his father having cancer? So this is some other pages, how you see how Daily Loud, you see how they phrase it. Drake's father confirmed he's free of lung cancer. Okay. Okay. So, again, it's all part of a smear campaign. I feel like TMZ TMZ, they're usually on point. They got a lot of employee. So for a title like this to come out, definitely got paid for it. Drake's dad says he doesn't have cancer despite the claim on his Iceman album. This is literally a paid smear campaign, like right there. Like, you're witnessing this live. Because there's no way TMZ, with the amount of rioters, amount of people like checking things, like there's no way, guys, that they would make a mistake like this despite having the video. They recorded the video. Y'all let me know in the chat if TMZ did this on purpose. Okay, put 1 in the chat if you think they got paid for it. 2 in the chat if you think that was an honest mistake. 2 if that was an honest mistake. 1 if they did this on purpose. I just don't believe it. I think they did this on purpose. They got paid for it because there's no way. When I seen this, I was like, okay, people are really doing this fake news type shit. Like, Like, what's going on? Let me see if the Breakfast Club, they're gonna bing me, so I'm not even gonna play their shit. But yeah, again, people can say whatever they want, right? People can say whatever they want. So this is resurfaced audio of Fantano laughing alongside his BFF Sam as he mocks and made fun of hip hop. For real? Anytime a rapper says something anti-white, shut the dude. White people built the rap industry. F you. Hip hop is white. Whoa, 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 whoa. This gotta be AI. This gotta be AI. Okay, let's listen to it.
To D Block.
I very seriously listen to D Block because they're about discipline, dedication, determination. They're blue collar, and they're not. They don't make white people feel bad for being white, which pisses me off. I was like, anytime a rapper says something anti-white, just shut the fuck up, dude.
Oh, this is why Drake got this guy in his feelings. Look how this guy was talking back in the days.
Who bought your album, you faggot? Put your fucking microphone down. White people built the rap industry. Fuck you. Hip hop is white. Okay, the money. Where's the money come from? It comes from you, Whitey Cracker. It comes from me.
This is Anthony Fantano. So it makes sense. It makes sense for what? It makes sense now. This guy really caught feelings when he heard that bar.
White kids are listening to you out of guilt?
Yeah, this is Yo, big shout out to Tochi RTA, the rap critic. Shout out Tochi. Yeah, this is Fantano. Yo, and I have a good ear for AI. This is not AI. And Anthony Fantano used to be part of this alternative right wing. He used to make alternative right wing content. He's literally the original Chud. So, hey, that's so we have the culture right now defending Anthony Fantano. So that's what's going on. So, I know Tochi's tapped in, but I don't know if you're tapped in with the drama. So we got What's the Dirt here, a fellow Canadian content creator who's more on the pro Drake side. You know what I'm saying? He's still very consistent. Like he does. If something's wrong, he'll call it out, right? So he's calling out Fantano for, you know, not being real, right? He's calling out Fantano because this guy, he didn't grow up in the culture.
About music, looks like one of those Columbine kids. You know, the fact that there's like a 20-minute collage of this guy.
But the same people that were, because What's the Dirt, he went through a lot. Like this is the people that was trying to they were trying to cancel him for mentioning or for they were trying to cancel What's the Dirt for looking through Family Matters and saying that, oh, Drake said the N-word 37 times and he's 37 years old. So they called him weird, racist for mentioning that. For mentioning that Drake said the N-word. So now you have content creators like Screwface Jean, you know the Drake haters, the Drake hating squad, disrespecting him now, trying to bury him. But meanwhile, they respect Anthony Fantano. I don't see where the consistency is. You see this? Screwface Jean. Okay. And I low-key made a video trolling Screwface. Like I really want to get his attention. Because he was going after Drake with the lawsuit, whatever. Me, honestly, what do I think of the lawsuit? I I can't lie. He shouldn't have done that. But yo, we're here. Okay, but he's trying to say that Drake is battling hip hop. He's battling freedom of speech. So I made a little post for him. Where is it? Okay, so yeah, I made a little post as a secret, and I'm gonna expose it right now.
I'm battling labels. I'm battling stages. You're battling hip hop, nigga. You're battling freedom of expression.
In 2007, this guy punched a 9-year-old girl. Wow. That's crazy. Wow. To support freedom of expression, I've made this song.
Arrogant placement. You ain't a king, you just a clown in a cage, putting hands on a child, trying to turn a new page. That ain't hard. That's the act of a coward. All that fake thug energy, totally devoured. Got your name on a slate, October 07. Daryl, you go Chuku, you ain't going to heaven. But
this YouTuber, hopefully he doesn't sue me. Hopefully you don't sue me, Screwface. I wish I was a rapper. If I was a rapper, I would have made a better song, but I had to ask AI to make that for me. So if anyone can help me make a song disrespecting a Screwface by using fake information on him, okay, and then let's go viral like Not Like Us and see if he's not gonna want to sue. But yeah, shout out Screwface Jean, the guy. Anthony Fantano was so deeply hurt by this bar, he almost started crying on stream. Sheesh. Let's see. Oh, XQC. XQC is in the cut. So XQC, that's a fellow Canadian here. Yo, let's see what he got to say about this. XQC goes off on Fentanyl for calling Drake lyrics cringe.
What happened to Drake with The Innocents? I don't think we'll be seeing him again, which has to be the most cringe anime villain origin story bullshit any rapper has ever put onto their album ever. Like, I lost my innocence at the tender age of 40 and now the whole world has to pay. You'll never be seeing my kind side ever again. Like, this is a temper tantrum.
Chap, can I be honest with you? Okay, this guy dictates like if a bar is gonna be corny or if it's real or if it's a caricature, if it's a hyperbole or not, based on who it is and how they say it and based off of arbitrary reasons. Like he's like the fucking big judge that's saying, oh, you can't say this is corny, this is whatever, but other guys get a pass for a bunch of bullshit. Buddy, how much bullshit trash was there on fucking on Kendrick's shit when he glazed it hard?
See it, yo, let me check some of Tochi. Yo, Tochi. I didn't. Is that this? I didn't watch.
Personally blame We Love Hip Hop Network. Shout out to We Love Hip Hop Network. So I was looking at some of their videos.
Tochi. There was a video like you were talking about Kendrick. I didn't get to watch it, but I need to because that was 8 years ago. Why Kendrick sucks? Where is it? Because I low-key, like, even before the beef, I think Kendrick cool, you know. Damn was on repeat, bro. I remember having this downloaded on my iPod. You're not the only one who thinks Kendrick sucks. Yes, I didn't get to watch it, but I found it funny.
All right, I just want to give some quick thoughts, man. People ask me all the time to say stuff, you know, and you know, I'm not really the guy to like always want to be on the camera and shit like that. But, you know, I am a hip hop fan and I'm very passionate about hip hop. I really love this shit. So I guess I should give my opinion. I have a whole issue in general with.
By the way, guys, this was 8 years ago. No, yo, Tochi don't look crazy. He looked blessed, Sam. He looked blessed. What are you talking about?
Artsy-fartsy sort of positive rappers. You know, I've been listening to hip hop for a very long time. I mean, there are people who've been listening longer than me, no doubt. Trust me on that. but I've been listening to hip hop for a fucking minute, and you see certain patterns emerge, and things come and go.
Pattern recognition.
So my problem with Kendrick Lamar is I just think he's flat out garbage. Actually, aside from the fact that he's flat out garbage, the reason why I'm even making this video is I don't like how he's being marketed as being one of the top, rappers of this era / being put in that GOAT conversation. I think that shit is ridiculous on so many levels that it's actually kind of funny. If you really put Kendrick Lamar in your top 10 rappers, you haven't heard enough rap. You just haven't. And you're not a hip hop fan. I couldn't, it's so ludicrous as a suggestion that I find it it's funny. I just couldn't get into that shit. So why do I think Kendrick Lamar is trash? There's a bunch of reasons why I think he's trash, but let me start with the most basic one. I think his music is just trash.
Yo, I think you're trying to rage bait us here. Hold on, let me pull out my soundboard.
His beats are weak for the most part. I mean, occasionally he gets a decent beat. Don't get me wrong. Some of his beats are all right. They're not cutting edge. They're not like ASAP Rocky cutting edge type shit. They're not even Drake cutting edge, because Drake's got some more cutting edge shit than Kendrick. Kendrick kind of toes the line. You're never really gonna hear a beat from Kendrick that's like, whoa, that is so hip hop and so cutting edge. He makes that hybrid pop, funk, R&B shit. That's just what it is. It's for casuals. I get all that, but I can tell the difference. And I know that he doesn't rap on stuff that's actual hip hop for the most part. Really, straight raw hip hop. So automatically he can't be in that conversation, because you can't be next to guys like Jay and Nas and Rakim and all of them who rapped on actual hip hop and made hip hop music. If you make hybrid shit, you're just not in that conversation. He's like a Fugees type shit, almost, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And Fugees are more hip hop than Kendrick. But that's a whole nother conversation. So that's number one. I'm not a fan of Kendrick's beats in general. He does have some decent beats. But in general, the second major thing that I don't like about Kendrick is his flow. I find his flow to be terrible. And when I talk about flow, I'm really talking about anything vocal. So just the way that his voice itself is just garbage. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a very acquired taste. Just freaking listening to the way he changed his voice. It is an acquired taste.
How anyone can really listen to that shit and be like, damn, repeatedly.
Boom, bam, 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 bim, bam, boom.
You just can't. It doesn't have that confidence and finesse and beauty to it that a great rapper does. When you listen to Rakim's,
yo, try you then. I'm gone, fam. I'm not on YouTube anymore.
Voice, or Nas, or Jeru the Damager, or Rocky, or even Drake to a certain degree, or Mos Def, or whatever. I mean, I can go on and on. These guys have a certain oomph to their delivery. They have a certain thing that makes you want to listen to it, and it's done in a way that's got a lot of finesse at the same time. So it's beautiful. It sounds great to the ear while hitting you in the heart. Kendrick doesn't have any of that. He just he raps like that.
Facts. I did want to post about this dude here. Where is my post about that dude? So there was one guy who was making this is where I want to show you guys the hypocrisy. Okay.
Hey, gas me up, babe.
So this guy was going viral because, again, if you're disrespecting Drake, if you're making fun of Drake, you get pushed in the algorithm. The K-bot will push you. So this guy, who I've never seen in my life, right? I'm chronically online. Maybe not too much in the hip hop space, but I'm chronically online. I've never seen this guy ever. But he's been going viral for reacting to this bar. All of my ups, they dead. So he's basically reacting to, Yeah, you don't understand the most basic bars. So I've never seen this guy. Have you guys ever seen this guy ever? Y'all let me know in the chat. But he's going super viral. Like, he has his own trending tab.
Bang!
And he's basically like making fun of Drake's bars.
Bang! All of my ops, they're dead. Why do they gas me up? Where does it go? My head? This nigga sucks!
Hey, that's my bitch.
That's the same dude.
Hey, that's my bitch. Hey, with all that fake shit. Hey, I'm the one to play with.
Hey! I like this. This cool. This smooth. This bang.
And he said 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. He has he's trending right now. He's literally. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. This guy did not make any. Like he did nothing, bro. Where is it? Drake, Iceman, Divide 5. Is it this one? Yeah, I think this one. Oh wait, no, it's not this one. Streamer mocks reaction to Drake's, right here. Some people are posting him. Look, this guy did not add anything valuable to it. He did not say nothing serious. Now look, all over the timeline. All over the timeline. For what?
Shout out to Cherokee D and Scott. It just don't stop with him. It just get cornier and cornier. He just name dropped two adult film stars in a rap song and talking about because they were at my birthday party when I was searching for big booty.
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that bar is kind of crazy. That bar is kind of crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give him this. That bar is kind of crazy. So yeah, he's going viral for the shebang tweet reaction though. So yeah, he goes by Schizo. Let me see if I can find him. The Schizo. Oh, okay. So he has 13K. So he's not someone who is super popping. Like I said, man, the algorithm just pushes people like this. Let me Google him. I won't find. I'm not even gonna care to find him. But yeah, so that's who the algorithm is pushing. Yo, I want to give a big shout out to Nico, big shout out to Trident, and big shout out to Brandon Hills, the dogs. How you guys doing, man? What up? But yeah, the timeline is filled with the straight stuff. Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Dijon Paul. He's one of the only guys out here actually being critical. Like, he's from LA, he's in LA. He's being critical of all this Drake hate, and he's actually going after some of the Kendrick takes. So he's one of the real ones out there. Okay, so he came out, okay, because I even made a post about it. Okay, I made a post about how Drake paid Molly Santana like a good amount, even though she wanted to pay to be on Iceman. Like, literally, she was going to pay Drake, but Drake said, yo, hold that bread, man. Hold that bread. You know what? I'm paying you. All right? And I was just making a little contrast because recently, Dijon Paul came out and exposed, okay, because this guy, he has connection in the industry. All right? Even TDE Punch DM'd him and, told him to keep on going. He has a whole beef with him, actually. But TDE Punch DM'd him and was giving him his props. But, he's still critical. He's someone he's not going to lie for you guys. So he's explaining that a lot of the people that were on GNX, they decided to take 10K and no publishing. So that's what Kendrick was offering.
He manages an artist that is on GNX, and he told me for a fact that all of the artists, LA rappers that was featured on GNX only got paid $10,000 for their feature, and only 2 of them have received publishing to this day. So that speaks to the opportunistic is of the situation. You are this multi-platinum artist. You probably, if we look up his net worth, it's probably in the hundreds of millions. You get what I'm saying? GNX sold millions and millions. It's a multi-platinum album. It broke streaming records, all of these things. Allegedly there's bots, but whatever. To find out from a verified, trusted industry source that, again, works with one of the artists on GNX, that all the LA rappers, upcoming LA rappers featured on GNX only got paid $10,000, and only 2 of all the LA rappers featured on the project were given any publishing. Basically, he told me how they were approached was, look, this is gonna be a big, you can do a lot with this opportunity, this is a good look, you know, just take the 10 racks and, you know, do what you can with this opportunity.
So yeah, he's basically explaining that, you know, some of the people, bro, they were offered 10K. 10K? And what's crazy is Kendrick's cousin actually confirmed that. Okay? Kendrick's cousin confirmed that. So this is just to show you guys. Punch, this is Punch, the head honcho of TDE. He's tapped into my boy right here. You like GNX over Iceman? All of my ops, they dead. But yeah, I don't know. That is debatable, but GNX is not all that. GNX is definitely not all that. I gotta be straight up here. Especially if you're not giving your art the features on there, any type of real publishing rights. If you're paying them 10K, like this is what Kendrick did. He basically riled up all of LA. He's like, yo guys, I'm going after a big dog, bro. We need to show unity. Come do this feature for 10 bands, no publishing. Or you can take publishing but no bread. But take the money though. Take the money. So this is Hitta J3, to stay on the same topic. He actually, this is basically him. This is Kendrick's cousin, right? He's confirming that people had the choice to take royalties or the money. Most took the money. So know before you speak on something. You are not in a room to know the truth. So this is Kendrick's cousin confirming that only 10 bands was offered. Like, to me, that don't make sense. You're a guy like Kendrick, right? What happened to Money Trees? What happened to the Money Trees? You're like, what? We know Kendrick is, Kendrick not broke. You trying to tell me that's all you could offer? Man, come on, bro. You need to slap your people with some bread, man. Let me see. So he says here, if y'all think 10K paid to LA rappers to be on GNX is enough, that's your opinion. My point is that Kendrick accused Drake of using ATL rappers when he did the same thing to these new LA rappers. He didn't acknowledge, associate, or collaborate with them until the beef. I ain't gonna lie, this is fair. Kendrick was the one calling Drake the vulture. You run back to Atlanta, this and that. So it makes sense for people to, if you're paying only 10 bands for your people, that only makes sense for people to call you out on that. Let's watch the full clip. Let's watch the full clip.
The opportunistic is of the situation. You are this multi-platinum artist. You probably, if we look up his net worth, it's probably in the hundreds of millions. You get what I'm saying? GNX sold millions and millions. It's a multi-platinum album. It broke streaming records, all of these things. Allegedly there's bots, but whatever. To find out from a verified, trusted industry source that, again, works with one of the artists on GNX, that all the LA rappers, upcoming LA rappers featured on GNX only got paid $10,000, and only 2 of all the LA rappers featured on the project were given any publishing, basically he told me how they were approached was, look, this is gonna be a big, you can do a lot with this opportunity, this is a good look.
Again, I don't wrong Kendrick for putting these two offers on the table. Okay? Take the money or publishing, but only 10 bands? Only 10 bands? Only 10 bands? That's all you could, bro.
You know, just take the 10 rags and, you know, do what you can with this opportunity. This is a good look. We're about to bring the West Coast back. Woo, woo, woo. They sold these artists a dream. Then you wonder why Dodie Six is smoking drugs and smoking balloons and crashing out and doing.
Okay, I gotta be fair here. You can't really blame. Okay, you can't really blame Kendrick for these other rappers crashing out because they're not getting paid. You can't really blame Kendrick for that. Because the money could probably make him do more drugs. Let's be honest here. But it is interesting to know.
All that stuff because he's not getting paid. He didn't get paid. I'm on this big song that's all over Billboard charts, but I'm not getting paid. You wonder why Young Threat is in prison for allegedly murdering another rapper locally, because he's not getting paid. To find out, and I trust this industry source. This person wouldn't lie to me. And again, they were involved in the project, so they know firsthand. To find out that the LA rappers on GNX was only got paid $10,000 up front, and only 2 of them have received any publishing from the situation is sick. Kendrick is a culture vulture for that. To me, that's you taking advantage of the LA rap scene. I'm beefing with a mega star. My back's against the...
Facts. So, hey, you want to call Drake a vulture? Drake this, Drake that. He goes to Atlanta. Nah. At least, okay, when Drake goes to Atlanta, okay, at least the people get paid $500,000. They get some money in their pockets, getting some publishing rights. Their Spotify goes up. Like, the Drake stimulus package is a real thing. What are we talking about? Let me see if I can find that clip. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, I just want to go back to the Screwface Jean. So when Drake is writing, he can rap, and he was rapping on that 1 a.m. So he basically saying that 1 a.m. in Albany, that was hard, but the Iceman was shit, this and that. But this is where this guy comes from.
Community, fuck 'em. Oh, yep, we getting bars. I'd already said it. Oh, yes. Yeah. Let's go. Cause niggas started talking, slowing down. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, they have.
Yep.
Asked off journaling, all we get is the ballistic report. Oh. Is that how we going in, Drake? Is that how we doing it?
That was way before the beef. But yeah, where is it? Yo, what the fuck? I can't find it. People didn't like that I made that comparison. What the hell? Yo, I post way too much, eh? I post way too much. But yeah, if you guys are watching this, make sure y'all follow Underground Nation Pod. Look at Molly when she went up. Exactly. Yo, we can just check their stats. That will confirm all of this. No way I didn't post this after before. What? Hold on. Let's just go through each post.
That's Sam.
Yeah. Is it this one? No.
Let's not. I mean, they're not gonna introduce me. Why?
There you go. Drake cut a $500K check to put an independent West Coast artist on Iceman, while Kendrick paid the local GNX artist measly $10K. Who was exploiting the culture? So a lot of people are mad. A lot of people are saying, yo, this guy's glazing Drake. Drake's a PDF. Look, Drake's a PDF. Someone says here, acting like 10K isn't a lot of money. Man, we're moving the goalpost here. Come on now. You guys are trying to tell me that 10K is a lot of money in LA? Let's check out Molly Santana, bro. This is a real Drake cosign. Molly Santana. 11 million monthly listeners. Yeesh. Her shit skyrocketed. And I'm pretty sure she was trying to pay Drake. Let me see if I can pull that clip. What the fuck? No shit. Okay, I just had to make sure. I just had to make sure because sometimes crazy shit pop up. Drake stamps Molly Santana as the biggest in the game, and you know Drake is super tapped in, eh? Drake, he's this guy. He is super tapped in. Like, he actually checks the underground. There's this artist blowing up in Toronto, and Drake is already following him. Drake is already, behind the next wave. This is what makes Drake different. Where is it? Where is it? Actually, I gotta make sure this is factual. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Were you guys happy to see Future on Iceman? I know a lot of people are not happy about that. A lot of people are not happy. They were like, bro, Drake doesn't deserve. Yeah, John Crow. I wish I could play your voice though, but my boy John Crow was not happy that Drake was on Iceman. He really did not want. He did not want Future to be on Iceman. Y'all let me know in the chat, bro. You guys agree with this? So yeah, this is my boy here. He says, Drake put a West Coast female rapper on before Kendrick or TDE ever did. Let's talk about it. They were too busy pushing Doechii, who's from Florida, to platform a female from the West. How do you guys feel about Doechii? Future seems kind of fake. I don't know if it's his fault though, because Future seems kind of dumb. I lost respect for Screw. His whole opinion is based because he was put in the lawsuit. I also saw him say in a video that he makes certain comments not visible on his channel. Word. I did not know that. Yeah. Let me give you guys a rundown of why would a man like Screw be like, it's not only Screw, but like all these different content creators, like why would they hate or why would they keep that? Like, why would they feel like this? There's only one answer to that. Only one.
All right, I just want to give some quick thoughts, man.
Shout out Doechii. It's only one answer to that. It's because they were getting paid. That's it. These content creators, imagine tomorrow. Let's say today I make a video hating on Kendrick, like super hating on Kendrick. It gets 1 million views. Okay, 1 million views is like $30,000. I make another video hating on Kendrick. Okay, what? I'm gonna be like, yo, I'll make another one, and then another one, and then another one. I'm gonna keep on hating on Kendrick. What the fuck? It's paying me. Why would I not? Like, it's paying me. But now it's dying down, so they have to find new ways of finding the hate, right? So look, an account with 1.4 million, I'm not view shaming. No, because at the end of the day, bro, we're all on YouTube. It is what it is. But think about it. Man's hitting 10K, 17K, 20K, 40K. But if you look at his most popular, he's never getting back to that. See? 4.6 million views. Reacts to Not Like Us. No copyright strike. Making all money from this. Look, 3.3 million. That's like 40 bands. 60. That's like 100K right here in YouTube AdSense. Kendrick Lamar is officially the GOAT. Literally. Drake going for Kendrick's head. Family Matters. Drake goes nuclear. But like I said, ever since the Not Like Us, 4.6 million? Yeah. Now look, now everything gotta be against Drake. You gotta hate on Drake. Yo, guys. What's going on with what's his name? Rick Ross. I watched this a quick video of I think it's Yassine. Hello, Yassine. Forgot what it was, but yo, what do you guys think of Rick Ross? Yo, Rick Ross is super weird. Drake's YouTube and Spotify. Drake YouTube and Spotify numbers are going crazy. Numbers don't lie. Facts. Officer Ricky is going outside. Yo, I don't understand. Yo.
What's popping, y'all?
So, this guy, okay, so this is more about Kendrick Lamar. I mean, this is more about freaking DJ Khaled. Who made that Rick Ross video? I was watching this, I'm like, yo. I was like, yo. I think it was Poetic Flacco. Yo, I forgot. Yo, I was watching this. I was like, yo, this guy's weird. Like, and he went on this podcast tour. I know he was getting paid for it. That's all he was doing. Oh, yo, shout out to Think for Yourself. Shout out for the donation, man. Respects for tapping in, man. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Poetic Flacco. So he made this video about freaking Rick Ross, man, and he's beefing with Rory and Mal and all of this. So all that Rory and Mal did is point out the fact that Rick Ross is kind of weird.
Him weird for.
And you know what? We know what's crazy. You know what's crazy? These guys are not covering this. These guys are not covering. I don't. Rick Ross clapped back on Drake. So bro, I don't even need to click on this. Rick Ross claps back on Drake. What?
What did I tell? Up is my bias t-shirts. They've been going crazy. I'm sending
hip hop is my bias.
Personal thank you videos.
Mix Hit Records is going to be putting out a song dissing you. That news.
My last video before this one was me reacting to the reviews of Iceman. They are not good. And if you think I just found a bunch of Drake haters, no. And I found Drake supporters, people who were damn near public mouthpieces for Drake, coming out being like, this wasn't it. So this is a common sentiment I'm seeing from a lot of people. In fact, Pitchfork, which I don't even take their review serious, give it a 4.3. And even Drake had to acknowledge all the negativity that he's been getting from the 3 albums. And I'm not gonna lie, Iceman of those 3 was the coolest one.
Yeah, Pitchfork. I think they freaking gave Maid of Honor an 8 something or a 9. How much was it again? 8. Yeah. They gave Maid of Honor an 8. This is why you can't take these guys seriously. Iceman got a 4. Yeah, Iceman got a 4. Did he get a 4? 4.8, yeah. Habibti, how much did Habibti get? 6.5. So yeah, but he's not gonna talk about that in his video. Of course, he's not.
Maid of Honor was probably one of the worst bodies of works I've reacted to ever. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, ever. And now Drake holds the record for the biggest drop-off in streams in Spotify history from day 1 to day 2. That's crazy.
Album's 2 years too late. What site is this? Complex? The Glazer University.
This is on Complex Post.
Oh my God, I've been a long fan.
Always talking pettily. Like, I don't know how y'all reading that is. He's literally doing the same thing right here. Let's just.
So that's the same guy. Rick Ross is the same guy who was telling, who going on podcast, yo, Drake, man, now we want you to shine. We want you to shine, man. We want you to shine. Drizzy. We want you to shine, man. We don't want you to lose. Come on, bro. Let's check out this Rory and Mal beef, because Rick Ross, he's beefing Rory and Mal.
Circumstances of the last year and a half.
Drake, if you listening to this, homie.
Yo, guys, when I first saw this video, I was gonna repost it on my blog, but I thought this was AI. I thought this was AI. I was looking at this, I'm like, yo, this guy looks so robotic. Like, is this real? I was really like, yo, I did smoke a joint. Well, I was like, bro, is this real? So I ignored it. I didn't even post it. The next morning, everyone's posting. I'm like, oh shit, that's real.
Listen to me. My shine. I don't want to see you lose.
It still looks AI to me.
No real want to see you lose. That ain't what about. This culture, this game, this rap. This ain't what it's about. I don't want to see you lose. Real just want to see real shine together. Real come up together. You understand? When I was the number one in the rap game, I showed love when French was.
Okay, let's skip this.
Why? Why do you say?
I don't even want to hear this guy.
Can we finally admit that Rick Ross is weird?
Why? Why do you say that?
And I know this is
you saying finally admit like we've been like holding that in. Like, what you mean finally admit? Like,
well, we did talk about this in the beginning after the Like That thing and then 20v1 started. And I know we are the Drake Bias podcast, but I'm speaking from a very objective place.
Yeah, AGB, you're right. Rick Ross was never number one. Like, yo, before we continue, let's check out Rick Ross, okay? Let's check out Rick Ross. Okay. Videos. Let's go on popular. So, Aston Martin Dreams, this is a Drake song, by the way. A Drake song. Okay? 450 million views. And then Hustlin'. Obviously, that's a super big hit. But it's not even half of Aston Martin music. Okay? Then he has Dice Pineapple with Drake. Okay? Then he has this with Chris Brown. Again, not even half of the things he has with Drake, right? He has hits. He has hits. We're not going to say Rick Ross, he wasn't hot. But a lot of the bangers are with Drake. His biggest is with Drake. A lot of his greatest is with Drake. So for him to switch up on Drake like that, for French Montana don't even want the beef. You know, this is my theory. French Montana was trying to do what he did with Unforgettable. You know that song? You are unforgettable. That he stole from Soy Lee. French Montana was probably trying to do that exact same thing, but with a Drake record. And Drake said, nah, you're not releasing that. You're not doing me like that. And this is what happened. So French Montana just let it go. And now Rick Ross is trying to find new ways to disrespect Drake. Think 444 yourself says he not a savior while branding himself like, yes, he's trying to brand himself like one.
We didn't put enough light into how weird it was that Rick Ross entered into that rap beef.
And they didn't come to this conclusion until after the Rick Ross and French Montana press tour. When Rick Ross entered into this Drake and Kendrick beef for no reason whatsoever, Rick Ross blamed it on a Drake and French Montana issue. So Kendrick Lamar is dissing Drake. Rick Ross hopped in and dropped a diss track on Drake too for no reason whatsoever. And he claims he hates Drake because Drake apparently didn't clear a record for French Montana. Now they're doing this press tour and Ross is sitting next to French and French is saying, I never felt no way.
Like imagine I'm on a smear campaign to disrespect someone and the person I'm defending, French Montana, he's not even saying shit. He's just like, shout out to Drake, man. I don't got no problem with Drake. You were just trying to insert yourself in the beef. That's it. Like I ain't got no problem with Drake.
What did you have to, like, why are you in this whole thing? And then you came up with an excuse that it was because Drake didn't clear his verse for French Montana's album, which made all the sense in the world because everyone was waiting for Drake to say something in the biggest moment, and it wasn't about to be a verse he did 10 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then French Montana is sitting next to him going like, I was fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
So what the f*** are you doing, Rick Ross? But you're finding any way to just get in it, and now you tell yo, I want to see you win, homie. Shut up. Shut up. He's one of my favorite rappers. He's hilarious. His discography is incredible. But that's some weirdo, like that's super weird.
Yeah, but
is that not weird?
We knew what that was in the moment, though. We said
he was just trying to market himself, trying to sell some more Bel Air.
That. We said it was weird for him to do that. We said he was trying to capitalize at the moment. He shot a video for the song with a bunch of Bel Air around him. Like, people were trying to capitalize in the moment. Like, we knew what that was. We knew what that moment. It was a moment.
No,
people were trying to capitalize.
Even if it's petty reasons, I understand the Metro thing and there's women involved, Weekend, there's exes involved, and maybe Drake someone's baby mother, or there's some slimy going on with women, because that's usually how things get to this point. Rick Ross said, oh, he didn't clear a verse for French, so I'm in this now. After he gave me...
My boy says here, Kendrick calls Drake fake while using the same industry tactic, personal attacks, and clout moves to win. Comes off more like a jealous and hypocrisy than facts. Like I said, man, we already went through what Kendrick is doing with it, giving out 10K for a verse, not giving freaking publishing rights, going for the newer, lower class LA rappers for all these different features on GNX, just so he can pay them less, just so he can, you know, have LA on his back, right? But the whole time he was just using them. Like, come on.
All my #1 records.
Yeah, I mean,
that's like that. Everyone else, I understood why, even if it wasn't a great reason, I understood why the 20v1 existed and everything in the history with Drake and certain artists. Rick Ross, who's his mans, just entered into that beef because he wanted to. I guess I'm saying it was called out, but it wasn't highlighted enough in that whole thing of why is Rick Ross doing this.
We're so far removed from that era, so I don't blame y'all if y'all forgot.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. I barely even remember what was going on, but again, I have to ask my boy, like, yo, what's the real reason why, like, why is Rick Ross fighting with freaking Drake for French Montana? Then Rick Ross is talking about, oh, I gotta give spanking when I need to spank people. I think the industry is trying to push a narrative. Album is bad, but the numbers say otherwise. Facts. Like I listen to Iceman. I rock with Iceman. I'm still trying to pick and choose some of the tracks that I want to, you know, put in my rotation for the Maid of Honor. There's still a lot of good tracks. We're also gonna go through. There's a lot of people saying that Drake stole from them, so we're gonna check that out, man. Like Rugrats, and there's other people that said there's one female that said that Drake stole from him, but she put joking, just kidding. Like, you know, he hollered at me, and Habibti was good. But like people just took the part where she was, she was literally joking. But people ran off with that, oh, Drake is stealing. Drake is stealing. Okay, she shouldn't have done that. But it goes to show how people just freaking, they're follow-bodies, they're followers. They're not sitting down and really thinking like, yo, could this be a joke or could this be serious? They just run with it.
And act like I did you wrong when like I respond. Rick Ross is online hating on Drake's new album because Drake didn't take the bait and squash the beef when he went on his little like press tour saying, Drake, I want you to win, bro. It's all love. Drake ain't take that bait. And now he's acting like Drake did him wrong.
That's fact. That's facts. Rick Ross wanted Drake to freaking say, like, to be friends again. Like, it's clear.
R.I.P. to the Drake stands. Can only imagine what that feels like. Well, I really couldn't. But for those that didn't know, I was a big boy making big boy records when homie was on Degrassi. Now, back to the big business.
Rick Ross actually...
So this guy's freaking lame. Did he just freaking promote his book?
For those that didn't know, I was a big boy making big boy records when homie was on Degrassi.
Hey, so you got bodied by a singing nigga.
Now,
Rick Ross, Renaissance of... Let me check out the Rick Ross book. So, $34 hardcover. Guys, are we buying this? How to turn your ambition into action, tips for managing and investing your money, inside stories from his business and music venture, why failure is central to success, secrets to handling stressful situation. Yeah, you should take that. You should take that. How to build the perfect team. Yeah, how to build the perfect team and keep that perfect team, right? Because he was saying, like, everything just lined up, right? The T-Pain, the Drake, everyone just worked together. It worked. But, yo, what happened to that team? Make sure that I don't ever get to see that book promoted on my timeline again.
Back to the big business.
Rick Ross actually heard what Rory and Ball had to say about him because Rick Ross is chronically online. And when Drake dropped his album and he heard the subliminals that Drake threw at him, Rick Ross took to social media.
Yeah, I remember seeing this. So this is where we at right now. So this guy was saying, oh, I want you to win. I want you to win. Wait, is he going crazy over the Aiden Ross stream joke bar? Because on the album, Drake said, I was aiding Ross before Aiden Ross was ever streaming. Basically saying that, yo, I was basically Aiden Ross before Aiden Ross was Aiden Ross, because I was helping out Rick Rose with his streams.
Say 3 albums are trash albums, 2 years too late. What site is this? Complex? The Glazer University. Oh my God, I've been a long fan.
This guy's really sitting down and reading comments. You know that's crazy, eh? Yo, I have I wouldn't say it's a pretty successful blog, but like I have some engagement on my page sometimes, you know. Yo, you think I'm reading this? You think I'm reading all these comments? Think I'm reading this? Look, people are beefing in the comments. People are calling each other. Whoa, 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 whoa. You think I have time to read the comments? What? Shit. Okay, that was funny. Someone said I need my meds. So, but yeah, I don't have time to read those comments. So imagine a guy like Rick Ross is doing this just to go after Drake, man. Go and get in the booth, man. Just make a diss song, man. Make a diss track. We don't want to see you go through IG comments. Someone says here, at least Drake is giving tunes for 20 years into the game. He could have just retired after Scorpion. Facts. No she. Officer Ricky got books. Hell nah. His young self needs to put his current self in jail for having some BS book. I know that book is all. It's just a way to make money out of the fans, bro. They're scamming the fans.
Oh my God. Mr. YouTube. Big three anyway. There was too many chefs in the kitchen. Bars. Come on, guys.
I know he liked that bar too.
Stop. Y'all gotta, let's all leave little man's alone now, man. He did it. He dropped 3 mid projects. Hey, man, it was fun while it lasted. You're washed.
Rick Ross calling someone washed. That's crazy.
It's a beautiful morning. Perfect time.
Bro, he's trying to just promote his book. That's what he's doing. He's promoting his book. Last time he was promoting his drinking, his freaking bottle alcoholic beverage brand. Now he's just promoting his book.
Time to feed yourself the knowledge. The knowledge.
Like, what makes you see this and be like, oh, I'm gonna buy this guy's book?
What's that? Rory and Maul, get off your knees. Get the testicles out of your mouth now. I don't know which one, the white one or the black one. Y'all both the same. Rory Maul, the Glazers. The Glazers. How y'all feel now? You know?
So, yeah. You see how he's disrespecting Rory and Maul? So, Rory and Maul, bro, I think they went berserk.
Said he was talking about something else with Ross.
Yeah, don't
and I was
never
like,
say
oh,
no. Show Ross, show Ross, show Ross.
I was like, nah, it's
yo,
fine,
Ross,
bro.
show Ross, show Ross.
I said, it's fine,
I don't
it's
know
fine,
if
bro.
you know this or not, but I'm patched in with these. So if you ever say some like that again about some dick sucking, I'm saying we're gonna talk about how many dicks you saw as a correction officer, because that's your job to look at dicks and nuts and all of that. You did that. We're not gonna be talking about dick suckers when you done saw more dicks than the average man in this world. Like, it's not too many men on the planet Earth that saw more dicks than you as a correction officer. Let's get that out the way. You had the strip search. You looked at the balls. You made it separate the dick from the balls. You made it turn around and spread his ass open. You did that as a correction officer. You signed up for that. So we're not gonna be talking about no imaginary dick suckers when you really did like that. Like, you saw more dicks than the average porn star. One year working, you saw more dicks than the average porn star. You never say no like that to none of my get out of here. You was taking urines? You was the urine test? Huh? How many dicks you saw doing that? Use the gum tape.
Zip. Emotional damage.
So yeah, I'm not gonna go all the way with this. Actually, yeah, we should.
Now let me cook a little bit. Let me cook a little bit. Let me cook a little bit. Yo, you ever took the urine? They ever gave you that job, Rick Ross? While you was a CO, they ever gave you that job, the urines? Like, you ever took the urines? Like, you ever had?
Yeah, this guy is super smart still. I don't think Rick Ross can defend himself here. So he was talking about, oh, are you done having freaking Drake meat? Stop glazing. Stop glazing. You have Drake's meat in your mouth. Now this guy is just like, yo, you was a correctional officer, Officer Ricky. You had to strip niggas butt naked. You had to see dicks. You had to go in between the thighs, see if the niggas don't have any drugs. You probably had to go in their rectum. Yeah.
To watch pee in that cup? Huh? You ever had to watch Soft put his wee-wee in the cup and pee and make sure he don't put nothing in it? Huh? You ever had to do that, Rick Ross? Huh? Don't make my mans no imaginary dick eaters when you maybe in your job had to watch the flaccid wee-wee in a cup and pee in it. Watch your mouth. Respect my like don't do no that no
Yo,
more.
after you said he had to do cavity checks, I look at the title Port of Miami way different.
Right, you had to do cavity.
Holy shit.
You a CO.
If y'all are not familiar with who Zip with the Drip is, do your homework. Yo, Zip is hilarious, bro. Yo, I've followed Zip on Instagram for a while now. I tap into his YouTube channel like here and there. He's like, I guess, the newest addition to Rory Mal, which I think he's a great addition. Zip is hilarious. My only advice to Zip would be if I didn't know that Zip was linked to 50 Cent.
Yo, let's see what freaking Rick Ross had to say. And big shout out to Flacco, man. Yo, Flacco, put me in your, you know, Flacco's number got leaked recently. I messaged him. I'm like, yo, broski, I want to be one of your intern. Yo, Flacco, holla at your boy, bro. Let's see what Officer Ricky D had to say.
Directly to him. So, this is
my bad, chat.
You on the equity. How dare you, minions? Everybody log into Joe Buttons. Now Rory and Mally, and let Biggs Burt know the boss waiting for him to come kiss the ring. Minions. Losers. Biggs' brother was Biggs' brother sucking on the dicks of his Biggs' brother.
Rory and Mal, for the most part, is not acting.
Yeah, we want to see Rory, like Rory and Mal. They're not guys like that. They're not guys. So I want to see him go like bury this guy stuff. But I know Rory and Mal, they're more passive. They're probably not gonna do anything crazy. So let's see some of the comments here. When you realize Rick Ross is 50 years old and speaks the way he speaks, you realize how lame he really is. Wait. How old is Rick Ross? 50. Oh, this guy's 50, eh? Oh. Rick Ross calling Drake wash is the kind of delusion I want. Yeah. Rick Ross' beard looked like he's the soft part of a black Velcro strap. I hate the way Rick Ross talks. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Rick Ross should just stay anonymous. Not anonymous, but like he should just... Rick Ross should just not be online. He should just... Because like I feel like he's ruining his reputation. He's ruining the way people look at him. Keep it music. So I'm guessing this without even having watched this video yet. Shout out to Hello Yassine. That's the dogs. I have a new YouTube, by the way, guys. Yo, for the people watching. I have a personal YouTube page. Okay. You guys tap in with me here. I'm like a virtual YouTuber there. He's like, yo. I'm just trying out something new here. Since I got banned off my actual page, so you guys follow up here. Okay, shout out. But yeah, without going too deep into this, I think they're talking about the ice stuff. Ice, yeah, they're talking about ice, pretty much. Because the Make America Great Again guys, they use Drake's thing for promo.
Every single year he comes back and says, yeah, you know, like it's Drake Day at Apple Music. The Apple Music executives told him like, hey, listen up, all right, you can do all that stuff on your own show, but you're playing Drake, you're spinning Drake on our Apple Music right now, okay? Buddy, get back to work. So he had to do just that, but not without hating on his own show, because he would address some bars that Drake had levied towards DJ Khaled, his former friend.
Oh, maybe the Palestine stuff.
Who had snaked him.
I'm sitting here waiting for that. So while we're talking about Khaled and him trying to call Khaled out, let's not just act like this is all clean for everybody's on the right side of history here or speaking out. Like,
let's again remember, we can't allow that one issue to be they're good now.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. In 2026, it's actually gotten very easy to point at that situation and see which side's right, which side's wrong.
And you'd be surprised, Rosenberg. I saw there's the you're not going to distance yourself from that? He used your album cover and threw up a chain with Maga on the White House account. You're not.
Oh yeah, he's talking about the MAGA stuff.
You're not gonna say, "Hey, listen, my whole career I haven't really made politics is not really my thing."
Someone should be doing that. Someone on your team should give a statement. There's nothing.
Nothing.
They took your cover and made it a MAGA. That is crazy. And again, Drake is worth, probably pushing on $1 billion, right? He's not American. Not trying to be American.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has residencies here, but Drake, it seems like if you listen to the album and kind of pay attention, seems like he's really been spending more time in Toronto than ever, right? Like, does he really need who cares?
So I'm sitting here waiting for that. I also remember when we were talking to Hassan Piker, we didn't dig in on it, but Hassan Piker pointed out, and I didn't know this, that Steak, Academics, Drake, and that whole kind
Aiden
of
Ross
faction, or Aiden Ross, that whole faction attacks Hassan Piker, according to him.
Well, he didn't say Drake has attacked him, but
man, dude, this guy has to stop, bro. He has to stop. He's taking Hassan Piker's BS. Why would Drake attack Hassan Piker? How is this even coming out of this guy's mouth?
No, but that Steak.
The Steak crowd, because he's called out Steak.
Yeah.
That's what he said, yeah.
So I want to dig in on that.
But hold on, this is why people say you hate Drake, bro. Why aren't we talking about the music, though?
Well, because I wanted to, because we were talking about Khaled and him pointing out Khaled, and I want to say clean. You pointed out Khaled. You said what you had to say.
Which, by the way, it is also a little messy too, though. To Laura's point, you never call anyone out by name, and of all the ops you had, the one who caught it with the name and putting the pressure of Save Free Palestine on them, it's the Palestinian friend you used to have, who I don't even fully understand why you hate him. Because Khaled definitely never said anything nasty about Drake.
No, he
not
didn't.
publicly.
No, he didn't.
Khaled's never said anything nasty about anyone
ever
publicly.
Yeah.
So of all the people to catch it.
So we're talking about DJ Khaled, the guy who during the battle didn't say shit, probably didn't even talk to Drake, and then popped out of nowhere, started promoting 2 Drake songs that he was allegedly gonna have on his tape, a tape that never came out. So this guy who was trying to use Drake for promo, that
You have to be honest, it is sort of Khaled's kind of the easiest.
Tyler, he was kind of nasty to Tyler.
He was kind of nasty to Tyler.
He was.
That was his feelings being hurt about his album.
Yeah.
Not excusing it, but he was. And don't worry, don't feel bad for Tyler. Tyler came on our show and multiplied it times 100 back, so it was okay.
Yeah.
But most situations with Khaled, what I'm saying is Khaled was kind of an easy target to be the one whose name got called. It was like, damn, Khaled.
Yeah, I think so.
What? What? Just because he was an easy target? Just because you're an easy target, then don't target? I'm trying to understand the logic here.
Being said, Laura, you said you listened to Iceman and you.
So first off, I believe Drake is pushing more than $1 billion. I mean, if he's spending, 15 M's, it looks like probably close to.
Yo, Drake spent almost 20 millions on icing out the CN Tower alone.
50 M's on the production of Iceman, like the rollout, flying people out, jets, huge team, all of that. The guy is up a disgusting amount of money. I mean, it was $1 billion just for music, and that's not without all of his deals. But what they're referencing here is the White House. They threw up a post using the Iceman photo, and they've been doing this for a lot of artists. The White House account, I'm not gonna lie, that stuff is corny. I just can't see people thinking it's cool. They just try to,
even people who are pro ICE was calling this out.
have all of these different edits, and I guess it works for the average numbskull that's just oh whoa, they're posting cool music on here, but I see what they're doing, and if you have 2 eyes and a brain in between those 2 ears, you can see what they're doing as well. And the fact that they expect him to denounce that is, I think it's a bit of a reach, because what they're saying here is, and let me give credit to Ebro and Rosenberg. So Rosenberg, he's fully Jewish. Ebro, he's like Drake in that Ebro's mother is Jewish and Ebro's father is black. However, Ebro is American, Drake is Canadian. And keep in mind, there's important context here because Ebro, he claims that him and his crew got fired from Hot 97, not because of their performance, not because of the numbers, but because he was speaking out on this issue, on the Palestine issue. So the fact that he was speaking out on that, that's why that, they got me out of here. And I just said, like, come on, dog. Like, that's not why they got him out of there. It's not. It's for some other reason. And he wasn't, like, he would have to say something egregious for them to consider that. And that was not the case. But this is an issue that is close to Ebro's heart. It's not his people or anything like that, but it is close to his heart, and he feels like he should speak out on this. And Ebro has been known to speak out on many things that he feels to be an injustice. So when Drake calls out Khaled for this, they're looking at it as like, oh, you're deciding to step into the political sphere now, so why don't you denounce this like MAGA post? And that's where I think I don't think they're being disingenuous, actually. I would just say that they are using this to their advantage and not looking at it from Drake's perspective.
So Drake allegedly signed a petition to stop the shit in Palestine a while ago. You guys didn't say none. You guys didn't say none about that. I don't know. You guys are boosting still. I feel like this is just a boost. You guys are like, okay, he's getting into the politics now. Let's find a way to take him down, guys. Yo. He should have called him out. He should have called him out, man.
Saw this bar. I didn't take this as a Drake is taking a political stance.
See, this is not even, I'm going to be honest here, guys. Right here, this is not a political stance. Drake, looking at these bars, you don't even know where he stands from. Like, he's saying, Khaled, you know what I mean? The beef was fully live and you went halal and got on your deed. And your people are still waiting for a free Palestine. But apparently everything isn't black and white and red and green. So he's just calling Khaled out because, that's your people. Hey, what's up with that? Like, you guys are boosting, fam. Just because Drake made this bar, it doesn't mean he has to speak on every political topic.
Saw this as Drake thought Khaled was his brother. He got betrayed by his brother Khaled. Not just betrayed, but used, because Khaled says he has 2 songs with Drake, 2023, and he says he's going to drop an album in 2024. Beef happens in 2024. Khaled is absent. The album doesn't get dropped. The songs don't get teased. Nothing happens. 2025 comes, and then Khaled pops back out with those same 2 songs. And Drake is like, what the hell? This guy hasn't checked up on me. He hasn't helped me. And he's just going to come back and like, oh.
Yo, I want to see Drake Bell and Drake. That'll be funny.
Well.
Oh, actually, nah. Don't Drake Bell got some allegation? Oh, those are not even allegations. Those are straight facts. Yeah, never mind. I don't want to see Drake Bell and Drake. Yeah, Drake Bell can stay far away. Yo.
You just went through a battle and you're bloodied and battered over there, and it looks like you managed to heal up. Well, I'm going to need those 2 features that you gave me 2 years ago. So that's what he's looking at it like, yo, you betrayed me. So, but I shouldn't be surprised because you wouldn't even say free your own people. And if Ebro and Rosenberg, who are like, they're ethnically of the people that are committing what these people believe to be, like heinous acts, they have more to suffer from saying free the other side, right? Like a group that they're not even a part of, because they have potential social ramifications. They probably have.
Me, honestly, bro. Fuck all this politics stuff. Freaking Khaled is from Palestine. He called him out, and that's it, fam. It doesn't have to go further than that. What else is there to talk about, bro? I ain't gonna lie, we're getting closer to the end of the show. I just want to give a big shout out to everyone watching. If you guys have anything that I missed, man. Oh yeah. He just dropped this. He gave a 4 for Maid of Honor and a light 6 for Light 6 for Maid of Honor and 4 for Habibti. Strong 4 and 6. Honestly, yeah, doesn't matter. Rolling Store gives it a 4-star. Now we already getting for Orchestra Loving the New Yo, Drake needs to hop on this beat. I would love to hear Drake on this. Oh yeah, let's talk about the Rugrat. Yeah, let's talk about the Rugrat. Drake stealing allegation. Which one should we start with? So, let's start with this one.
Look, listen up, it's about a rules that yeah, listen up. I'm about to get on again.
So, this is already debunked, all right? He didn't steal this guy's song. Both of these artists literally are making a homage to another artist. I forgot his name. So we have this DJ who says that this is his song. So this is Drake's version. Drake stole my beat. And let's see the comments. Sounds very similar. Similar. Yeah, it is pretty similar. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, I hate Drake. They both just sample the song. It ain't that deep. So I'm guessing he's trying to copyright, or he's trying to say that the so the put your back in, this is not his song. He's going after the y'all let me know in the chat how you guys feel about this one. So he sampled a sample. LOL. I'm not even a Drake apologist, but people funny as hell. It's more the sample. It's the whole beat. Someone says here, it's an interpretation, added sound and drums, different tempo. Drum pattern, bass, synth is the same. It's practically the same beat pitched up. Drum, that's the same drums they use all over the Caribbean. Definitely feels like a bite, but Drake might not have been aware. He continues to work with Gordo, so I guess they're calling out Gordo. Gordo is the producer on that beat. Okay, let's check out what song that was. What song was it? BBW. Gordo. So that's the guy. He's from Nicaragua. It is definitely, yeah, this, it does sound familiar. It does sound familiar. I ain't gonna lie. Where is it? Where is it? What the fuck? Maid of Honor, BBW. View credits. Drake, main artist. Oh shit. No credits. So apparently Gordo has a history of stealing beats. Hey, you can't blame Drake for that one. Sonny Boy Fits. Did I write this, bro? Sonny Boy Fits. What is Z? Okay, so I guess this is the guy who claims. Okay. It's just a sample, man. Remove the sample and they don't sound familiar. Facts. Congratulations on the views. I can give you 20 plus track with exactly the same. Bro, this is Denise and from Trinidad. She is the voice on the sample. Drake's new music. This is definitely a reach still. This is a reach. I call this a reach. I call this a reach. Drake stole my song. He ain't steal shit, bro. I call this a reach. There's another one, 1800 Rugrat. Okay, let me check YouTube if anyone broke that down. I think Rugrat is the one who had the more. Like, he actually had DMs with Drake. Okay, what is up with this one?
Your opinion matters more in hip hop.
Did Drake steal 1800 Rugrats music? So yeah, this guy was cheesed. He's like, Drake stole my shit, man. I think let's chat. Let's hear it.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Honcho's house, and I'm back, bro. I'm back from Blood.
I got an AR, like he's shooting schools.
Everyone hitting him up, and this is where Drake hit him up, right? So Rugrats Champagne Puppy, right? This is Drake's DM, Drake's Instagram. We all know this is his handle, yeah? Now what he said, he's hit him up to start with. He said, I know the tape about to go effing nuts. Drake's hopping into Rugrats DMs like he's trying to move to a girl, bro. Like, he's just sliding in the DMs. No previous messages between them. He's hitting up Rugrat like a fan, bro. Like, let's actually, let me move this out of the way. Sorry about this. Let's actually think about this, yeah? If Drake's hitting you up, you don't even DM him first. He's hitting you up saying, I know the tape about to go nuts. Drake coming like a fan. He's saying, hopefully we can get one for the album. I talked to Gordo. Gordo's one of Drake's producers, and he told me the other shit was the intro. I was hype off that shit, but I know the feeling when you're already done. So we'll cook up if anything. Rugrats responded. He said, wow, I appreciate you understanding, brother. I just know I can't ever say those lyrics again, and this is my first ever tape, so it was
yeah, this guy's funny still.
special for me, you know? More than appreciative. He hasn't actually said what else is in the DM. Now, as I said, what a dumb move from Rugrat, yeah? Why would you decline Drake wanting to hop on the intro of your first album? Like, when you're popping, you've become this rapper that's up and coming. Everybody wants to hear your shit. Jake Paul's bringing you out for fights or whatever. He's getting co-signed by everyone, left, right.
I'm not gonna lie. Even, what's his name? 1738. Even this guy, Fetty Wap, he didn't allow Drake at first to be on the remix. And he said that was a mistake. He put on his boy.
Right and center. Drake's hit you up saying, bro, I want to hop on this tune. And you've said, nah, that's the intro to my album. Not that one, bro. Because now, look, fast forward, yeah? This is why Rugrat is an idiot, bro. Not an idiot. I fuck with Rugrat, but he's an idiot for declining this feature because, ugh, the hell is that? Drake out.
So I got a story time because I just listen to Ice.
My bad, I'm rusty on this. I ain't even been making videos for like a month, right?
Man, and Drake, you got me fucked.
Let me rewind it for you.
Alright, so I got a story time because I just listen to Iceman and Drake. You got me fucked up, bro. Not gonna lie, you got me fucked up. So when I made the intro to my first album about a year and a half ago, Drake was hitting me up around the time and wanted to hear music.
Now, he put up the screenshots of Drake hitting him up. So that we know that's facts, bro. He put up the receipts. And he's captioned this, tagging Drake, saying, you dead wrong, brother. What's up?
So I sent 10 songs through, and they was all for to be on my album because I didn't want nobody to steal my shit because I know how people move. So, boom, the one they took a liking to was the intro. Now,
hang on a minute. Rugrats said I've sent Drake 10 songs because I don't want him to steal my songs.
Yeah, he don't make sense here.
That are gonna be on my album because I know.
Like, why are you sending your songs around?
How people are. Bro, you sent him 10 songs to pick 10 to steal, bro. Like, come on, bro.
The intro still dropped. I said, no, you can't have this song. He wanted me on his album still. He said, I'm gonna send you a verse through. Never sent a verse. I didn't give a fuck until I just went and listened to Iceman, and I listened to Little Birdie, and then I went back and listened to the intro of my first album. Twin. That's the only beat I've ever produced and sat there and produced. Don't rip my shit and repitch it like that, fam. That's fried. That's fried out and fucked up, twin.
I mean, now look, let's get into the music now.
Going to Vegas, I start mixing Virgil. He be
hey, sounding too fire, bro. Like Rugrat, bro. Why didn't you just let Drake hop on this? Let's play it one more time.
I'm
not gonna lie to you, sounding fire, bro. Now let's go to Rugrat's song, right? Let's go to.
My bad, Chad. I don't want no copyright on the stream. Last stream, the Iceman stream got taken down from this channel. No, not even a warning, not even a. You can even see it back then.
The Rugrat song. So it was on his. Has he released that many albums, bro? Right. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds the exact same pitch, bro. Like, not the same pitch, but the same keys. It really sounds very, very, very similar. I'm not gonna lie to you, this does sound very similar. Let's play that again. Right, I don't think I can play any more of that without it getting copyrighted. So you guys can go and listen to the tracks and decide for yourself, right? But as I said, Rugrats called out Drake. He's saying, bro, like, you've literally taken my beat. Drake stole the beat for Little Bird.
Yeah, I don't know. Still.
After he sent Drake his entire debut album. Big mistake there, sending him.
I'm not gonna lie, still. Drake probably did a one. Drake probably did a 1-2 in here. Still, I gotta be honest.
Him your entire debut album and declining a feature, bro. Now look, Florida Rapper 900, Rugrats going. Yeah, I've already explained all this shit, right? Let's just go to the comments. What people are saying. Top comment: I don't hear it at all. Now, what you have to remember: most people who listen to music don't create music, so they're not gonna hear it the same way someone like myself. I was an engineer for years. I was a rapper for years.
Yo, y'all let me know in the chat. Do you think Drake took that Rugrats song?
I produced music for years. I produced music for hundreds of people. I've wrote for people. I know how music works. I know production. I can hear that.
You know what? I might have to do a little research myself. Might have to do the research myself. Get my own opinion. I know I didn't want to get no copyright on the stream, but soft. The fuck? Okay, I think it's this one.
Don't like to diss off and I don't make no rap threats. I'd rather show.
Okay.
Well, yeah, his and hers. I don't like going to Vegas. I start mixing Virgil. He'd be sick if he was witnessing this shit. Yeah. 2009, I'm lit. I told him hurry up and book me. This mom's fucking his and hers.
Doing good and well before I act bad. 4-5 in my book bag. That was back in math class. Used to cheat on all the from 3. I'm on the PJ trying to tell in my favor, ain't it? I beat the odds. No one around here make.
Where he just released the video too. Yeah, this is promo. This is promo. He literally just released that video. That literally just dropped. Again, no credit, just Drake. Let's see the comments. This young black man is going places. What the fuck? Drake a goofy for stealing the song. You snap. Yeah, I can't lie. Yeah, man. He did take that still.
Hey,
DJ Frisco 954.
yeah. Hey, look. A little birdie said you did me dirty. And the story keep on getting worse. I'm getting worried.
Yeah, it is similar still. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Drake, you have sticky fingers on that one.
They supposed to 19 keep that 19 on him. Make your dumb ass face the payment. But it's on his own cousin. That right there.
But the thing with copyright with music, I don't think the melody is completely the same, okay? The first three notes is do 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 do. That's definitely the same. But Drake cuts it right there.
All these Arab women treat me like the Prince of Persia. Speak on me and gain a lot just like the dish detergent. I put CC's on that hoe just like a titty show. Yeah.
So he takes the doom 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 doom.
Family statement. Jake calling my phone, going troll. Tell me why he great. Don't ask me why I wet him up. This dirty Glock.
So yeah, technically he doesn't have a case for copyright right here, because you can't own three notes like that. Or that you can't own a couple notes. You have to own the entire melody.
I ain't never basing. Keep a cane never. I ain't never been a raisin. I ain't let the fame change me. I don't even be acting famous. Ever since Tupac out of the
Yeah, you don't own notes. So he did take the initial couple bars, but no, he doesn't have a copyright case here right there. I personally don't think he does. I don't think he does. But it is.
He been dissing me for clout. His
the dune. But right here.
Hey.
DJ Frisco 954.
Yeah. Hey.
I think copyright is more on the whole melody. You can't own a couple notes. That wouldn't make sense. People running with Rugrats because they're also saying Drake stole. Like, I think this. Hold on. The Likey Lee, Drake hit her up though. Wait, I'm pretty sure that's the one that Drake said. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Drake, like he gave her props. Like they worked on that.
Baby, call my phone and say you need me, baby.
So that's the sample. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Drake didn't steal that. She literally said like, yeah, just kidding.
Hey Lisa, where have I heard that song from?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. People are saying see, I remember seeing that. People are saying, oh, he stole. But the shorty literally said she was joking. Like that girl said she was joking. Like he had permission, and it was a sample, or it's like, you know, it's not like the man just took the whole track like that. Like it was like just, man, people are reaching. But Rugrat though, Rugrat, he has a point still. I gotta be honest.
Well, yeah, his and hers.
He has a point. Rugrat has a point. I'm not gonna say.
Alright, so I got a story time.
He sent him the beats. He seen it. Me being someone that I've got snake. Okay, I wouldn't say snake, but like some shit happened behind my back, or someone's basically shooks a song for me. I had a feature with somebody and someone shooks it. You know, I understand how it feels, but in this case, let's check out how copyright even works. Where is it? Because I remember watching something about the rules in copyright. I think I was watching this. Let me see a quick, there's no short videos, bro.
The original and has to be fixed in a tangible.
Yeah, I'm not watching all of this still. Yo, my bad chat. Yo, my bad chat. I'm not doing this still. I'm not doing this. So, let's see what AI gotta say. Fuck this. I'm not going through all this, but all I remember is that you can't own 3 bars. You can't own 3 notes. You have to own. You can own a melody. Like, let's say the song goes ding 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 ding. You can own the whole thing, but you can't own the first ding 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 ding. Like, yeah, you can't own just that part. So yeah, the beat is changed. I'm pretty sure this beat that probably sounds similar as that guy, as Rugrat. Is it a snake move? Low key still, I ain't gonna lie. Drake should have showed him at least. Drake should have showed him. You see here, we're not biased over here. Okay? When Drake does something, we gotta call him out for it. You know, I personally don't think he has grounds for copyright, but he should have showed him. He should have showed him like, yo, that's not cool. Next, guys, I want to talk about top 5. Okay, top 5. He's you know, Drake's right-hand man. And Joe Budden was making theories because Drake has a bar where he's talking about how someone decided to pawn his OVO chain. So we got our boy Joe Budden. They were making conspiracies and trying to theorize who sold their chain. And then he was like, yo, it must have been
top 5 of somebody that you knew was gonna go sell the owl chain.
That's not true. You don't know
because if
you
you
knew
knew
that
he was gonna sell it, he wouldn't be hurt by it.
Top 5 shouldn't have owl chain, but maybe it's not top 5. This hurt him. So whoever this person is like I would never expect it from you.
Like top.
So yeah, top 5 said, I never own an owl chain in my life. You fool, Joe Bottom. Oh shit, I said Joe Bottom. Joe Budden, I'll boom it on you. Why did I say Joe Bottom? That's jokes. So yeah, Drake never gave 5 an owl chain, and yeah, they're just talking out of their ass. They're just trying to find some content, and top 5 is a pretty hot name. Whenever you talk about top 5, the algorithm will hit. So yeah, I guess that concludes tonight's show. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who's currently watching, man. Shout out to old John Crow. Shout out to Nico7661. Shout out to Think for Yourself. Again, thank you so much for the donation. I want to give a big shout out to Jonathan Thompson, the day one. Shout out to HB. Shout out to Triuden. Shout out to Brandon Hills. Nico again. Shout out to Toshi RTA. Yo, you guys make this possible, man. And make sure you guys follow me on my other socials, yo guys. For those who don't know, you know, I got banana. They bananaed me. So, you know, I'm making a faceless YouTube. So if you guys wanna support me over there, okay, I got 2 channels for y'all. Okay, I got 2 channels for y'all. Let me show you guys. Right, I want to get back up. So this is my first channel. Right now, I'm not playing. I'm going twice as hard as I have to go harder than last time. So this is the first channel, and then this is the other one. Where is it? Where is it? Rogue. So boom, I'm gonna leave it in the chat. You guys tap in, okay? So this is the first one. This is the second one. Let me leave them in the chat, all right? For me to go live on the other one, I need 50 subscribers. So yeah, I got hacked at 6,000 subscribers or something, 6 or 7. So yeah. Cry Bully raps, Ghost Rights everywhere, worst album ever. Yeah, I get it, man. You're allowed to your opinion. You know what I'm saying? This is the next one, all right? So y'all tap in, man. I want to give a big shout out. Oh, think for yourself again with the 199. Yo, respects, man. Respects. You know what I'm saying? I do this for y'all, man. You know, I've been doing this for a year. I already did my own channel. Now I'm pushing out the GTV Network. Still got more work to do. Shout out to Think for yourself, man. Yo, follow the man on IG. You know, follow the man's on IG. Let me send you the IG. You're a real G, broski. Shout me out. And again, man, we're out, man. This was the Underground Nation. Well, I'm not the Underground. It was the GTV Network. All right. In collaboration with me, Sam. Nice to meet y'all. Hopefully I can see y'all the next time.